wild Nero puppy appears. And this time he's tied to a leash, so he's not going anywhere. Oh boy, that's like a sheer cliff face right there. You don't want to jump down there. And you don't want to go over here either, no. This is not good, my boy. He says, well, those little dussies can do it, so why can't I? Theoretically, he can. He's incredibly nimble. But right now, in practice, it just seems like a bad idea, my boy. We're not going to jump over to that rock. Okay? Okay, let's go. So I don't even know why we walked down here. This is a long road to nowhere. This road goes down to that bench over there and then it ends. That's it. It's more of a pathway actually than a road. But he insisted that we come down here. Got to a crossroads up ahead there and I was like, okay, which way do you want to go, Nero? And then he looked back the way we came and he said, well, that won't do. That leads home. And he looked forward and he said, well, we're going to go there now anyway. And then he took this road, the third one. The only practical choice for someone like Nero who wants to get the most walk out of their walk. And the most sniff out of their walk too. He's doing that right now, as you can see. Lots of sniffing and walking. Both of those things. And just like general enjoyment. He's having a good time. This morning at like 10 o'clock, it's probably about 11 now. I don't know, maybe 10:45. He came and jumped on my bed and he was like, Daddy, we have to go for a walk now. And I asked him why. And then he said, like, well, Daddy, it's nearly noon and you've got Polar Fluke at 2 o'clock. And, you know, I couldn't argue with that. And I could also just not figure out why he was talking to me. That didn't even make sense at the time. But I was sleepy and I just took it for granted. I do that sometimes. You know, you're never really surprised when it comes to Nero. This dog is amazing, isn't he? Sorry, boy. Was that up in your grills there? I'm sorry. I apologize. He's enjoying... No, look there. Now he wants to go back. He says, like, Daddy, okay, this is not enough time wasted yet. Come, we're going this way, boy. So we're going that way. As you can see, we're out here on the cliff paths. And as I mentioned, I've got Polar Fluke soon. And how did it even happen that I got to 1,000 videos? I didn't realize that. I was so busy this weekend with other stuff, like Polar Fluke for like... I mean, I don't even know how many hours yesterday. 6, 7, 8, 2 o'clock we started. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 6 or 7 hours. I don't know, I was busy with Polar Fluke. And I had to do some of it solo, so that was tiring. I did do some with a really nice guy from Imba.tv named Forrester. He was amazing, he was really cool, fun to talk to and stuff. And he knew a lot about StarCraft. He knew so much about the community as well. I was super impressed. He made me look bad. Or sound bad, actually. Both, a little bit of both. Probably made me look bad too. I just didn't even know it. But, you know, I did some talking with him and it was quite cool. But the rest I did solo and that was tiring. I'll admit it, it was tiring. And because of that, I've just been so out of it recently. I knew that there was Polar Fluke this weekend because I had the fast track qualifiers on Wednesday. So this entire week has just been a little bit crazy. I haven't even managed to get Dota news out yet. And as you know, the news takes a while. It takes a bit of time. I have received some help with the latest Dota news though. Someone who knows the community and the news well sent me a nice email with all the news in. He goes by the name of Bob. Bob T. Goldfish or Godfish. You know, you may know him as either. My camera is very random today. Anyway, he sent me some news and I'm gonna hopefully record it like either today before Polar Fluke starts or tonight after Polar Fluke or sometime soon because I just need to get it done. There's a lot of cool Dota news and at the same time I need to get Lumen Weekly done. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that like today or Monday morning. Either way you'll get it. The Q&A will come up and there are a bunch of really interesting questions there. But about the 1,000 video thing, I didn't even notice. I apologize. I could go back and delete a couple of videos and we can do the 1,000 thing all over again so I can actually celebrate it this time. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I really just didn't know. And I don't know, I've been struggling a bit because the second internet connection that we got installed wasn't working properly at first. So there was a bit of a rush to get that working and now I've got it working finally. And that means I'm probably going to start uploading slightly larger or longer episodes of Skyrim and Assassin's Creed because those are two games that one can actually get through. I don't think, you know, I think saying I'm going to get through Skyrim that's just lying to myself. Skyrim is just, that's one of those series that'll probably never end, which I've come to accept, you know, that's that. I accept that. I accept that I'll never be finished with Skyrim. I'll probably be playing it when I'm like 80 years old. And no one else is even going to care about computer games anymore. They're going to be playing on PlayStation 15s and Xbox 1000 280s or something like that at least. Anyway, we'll see. But Assassin's Creed, I wouldn't mind getting a couple of episodes of that out before Mass Effect comes out. I have the advantage or disadvantage that I'm going to be starting Mass Effect a couple of days later on the 10th. I know. I'm crying about that every night when I go to sleep because that's just when we get it in South Africa. I think Europe also gets it around the same time, but I know that all the big European YouTubers and stuff will probably just try and trick their Origin into thinking that they're Americans. I don't know if Origin is as easy to trick as Steam, but I'm assuming it is. It's very funny that there are so few people here today. The weather is absolutely amazing, like there isn't a single cloud in the sky. It's what, 11 o'clock on a Sunday morning? Why wouldn't you walk? Why wouldn't you be out here walking? It's so fresh as well, look at that. You probably can't see the freshness, but I can, you know. Standard definition just doesn't do it. You just miss those little things sometimes. But I can see the freshness, and I can smell it too. Except when we get up ahead there, it smells like something died over there. We walked here yesterday and it was terrible. It was terrible. It's actually these people that fish here, and the bait that they use, they bring like a whole bucket of bait and then they just throw the leftovers out, and that stuff stinks, okay? That's terrible. Why would they do that? Nero? Why would they do that? He says no, he doesn't know, he doesn't even like it. And he likes some smelly stuff, but not that. There's a guy fishing over there. Oh! The perpetrator appears. I can't believe it. Anyway, okay, whatever. I'm good at like ignoring smells. I'll just talk to you guys while I walk past the stench. It's bad. So I ordered my. I just heard something over there, a rustling in the bushes. So hope a wild Pokemon isn't going to appear from there. Speaking of Pokemon, they just announced Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. That's interesting. That's creative right there. I would say that they can't think of another name or whatever, but I don't think that, like, if people say that, then they're just like blatant haters. I think the reason for calling it that is because they apparently didn't finish what they wanted to do with Black and White, and you know, you could see that the box art and stuff that they showed there were variations of the two Black and White Pokemon, and I don't know what's going to be in the games. I don't know how they're going to be. Maybe they're going to be proper games made for 3DS, which would be cool because we've got a 3DS which we don't use often enough. The reason, I don't know, I just don't find time to sit down and play Pokemon. I want to, I really do. We've got both Pokemon Black and White. Helene has, what does she have? She's got Black and I've got White. She wanted Black because it has a white Pokemon, and I wanted White because she had Black. There you go, straight up. I actually got the 3DS when I was overseas, and it was super cheap, okay? Compared to here, it was like half the price, and that was nice. I'm happy about that. And yeah, we haven't got time to play it very much, so I don't even know if I'm going to be ready for those two games. That was just your random news fact of the morning. I know you guys like those facts, the random ones that are absolutely not connected to anything else that I said. But I'm waiting for my pop filter screen from the music shop. I've come to realize that music shops are the least trustworthy shops in the entire world. Like websites, shops, organizations, just musicians in general seem to be very flaky people. Because like I ordered it, and then last week he told me, 2 weeks ago, he told me, well, next week it'll definitely be here. And then next week came, and next week's gone. It's the week after next week now. And then he said next week, which was last week, he said to me that doesn't even make sense, that, you know, it's going to be here next week now. You know, the stock just didn't come and they're still waiting for it. And can you even see my face? Has my face been one big like shadow this entire walk? I apologize because I can't see a thing. Then next week came and he said, well, it's coming next week. It's actually coming next week. And now I'm waiting for Thursday. So a couple of days still. And in the meantime, I'll be using my stocking and embroidery hoop pop filter. It's working okay, but I got the sneaking suspicion that it's too thin. We'll see. We will see. Oh, and I finally fixed the problem with my StarCraft. I'll tell you what it is right now. If you go into your options menu in StarCraft and you go into the voice options, then even if your voice is disabled, even if it's totally off, then you still have to change the sound provider or something to Fmod. Just look around till you find Fmod and activate it. And then it doesn't use your normal sound stuff for that, but it's anyway disabled. Like, I don't use voice chat in StarCraft. Then it doesn't use your normal sound stuff for that, and it uses Fmod, whatever that is, so then it doesn't interfere with your mic. What it was doing is, every time I started a game up, it was resetting my mic volume to 100%, and that was too loud and it was distorting. I run my mic volume at around 65% right now. So all my StarCraft games that I've recorded so far in the last week or two have been distorted. And I know you guys say it doesn't matter, but I feel bad uploading stuff like that. I prefer uploading quality, but the games were quality themselves. So even if you just turn the sound off, watch the game's visuals, then you're gonna have a treat. You know, it's worth it. It's worth watching. Or you can put some like dubstep on, because I know how you guys are into dubstep nowadays. Oh, dubstep. Oh, you jest with us. I'm not into dubstep, sorry. I just see dubstep all over the place. Even Lindsay Stomp or Lindsay Sterling or whatever her name is made a dubstep violin remix. Are you serious? Dubstep is everywhere nowadays. And then, oh man, how is this? Like 4 or 5 game trailers in a row that get released all use dubstep. Really? Dubstep in game trailers? It just doesn't always work, okay? It doesn't always work. I thought the Far Cry trailer was it Far Cry 3 or whatever it was? It was just, that music was just noisy. Anyway, I sound like such an old person. Now I'm going to be saying, oh, your music sounds like a washing machine. That's what my parents say. I love it. It's good. It's true though. Sometimes the music does sound like a washing machine. Like the heavy metal that my sister used to listen to. That sounds like a washing machine if you just like, you know, you just listen to it offhand. You're not sitting there listening to the lyrics. Let's just not fool ourselves here. Heavy metal doesn't have lyrics. It's just a bunch of like shrieking and roaring. I'm not hating on heavy metal, okay? I listen to pretty much anything that's good. If it's bad metal, then I probably won't listen to it. And I'll probably call it a washing machine, but you know, that depends on what it is. What do you see, my boy? What do you see? Let's go look at it. Oh, now he's not happy with this. Are you afraid of something? Boy, you're an adventurer. There's no reason to be afraid. Let's go. He probably like saw an animal up there or something. Maybe there's a mountain cat or a lion or a tigress. No, there's none of those things here. Mountain cats perhaps over there in the mountains. Right here, the only creatures that we've got are, I had to do a swirly quickly, are dussies. It's those little rodent-like things that you saw in the Nero Puppy birthday video. I'm assuming you saw that video. They were there. There were lots of them. And they're Nero's friends. I'm actually starting to sweat here now because it is super hot. It must be like 28 degrees. That's a guess. But that's what I think it is right now. But anyway, that's probably going to be it for this video. I need to go home now. We've been walking for way too long, myself and Nero. Way too long. Come, boy. Let's go. Come. Let's go. Hello. Hi. He's just out here exercising and Nero's busy intimidating him. Shame, boy. Don't look so scary. You know, you're going to frighten people. Shame. Nero like sees people on the cliff path and stuff, and then he's all happy to see them, and he wants to go jump up and say hello to them, and then they think he's attacking them. It's a terrible shame. He's not actually attacking them. He's a kind spirit, you know, he's a kind soul. He just wants to have fun. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I need to go and prepare for Polar Fluke. I need to record Skyrim, which is absolutely amazing. I'm loving Skyrim. The whole smithing thing, wow, it caught me by surprise. I didn't expect it to be so much fun. And before you say it, yes, my nose is probably blocked for this entire video, and I sound sick because I just woke up like a little while ago. I had my breakfast, I put my old shoes on here, I tied a leash on Nero, and we walked. And we've been walking for a good amount of time now, so that's that. We're going to be done walking soon. We're going to go up this way now, and then head back home, which is like somewhere in that direction. And then Nero is going to be unhappy with me later because our walk was way too early. So later he's going to come by and he's going to think to himself, well, I'm not even tired right now. I'm not sufficiently entertained for the day. And then he's going to sulk. He's going to mope around and look unhappy. Boy, we're going up here. Oh, wow. You actually want to go up here. That's amazing. It's probably getting too hot. He says, well, yes, Daddy. I've had enough now. But that's going to be it for this video. Check back here soon for more. Oh, thank you for supporting me through all the 1,000 videos. I mean, come on. Most of those were probably complete and utter nonsense. And you guys still watched them. So that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Let's go this way, boy. This way? Come. How did I know this would happen? He says, no, Daddy. That way. This dog is way too clever. Okay, now I'm gonna out clever him right now. Watch this. I'll give him his this way, and I'll raise him that way. Boy, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that garden. Okay, we're going up here. Oh, look at that. Oh, maybe he's just super clever. Maybe he was like, okay, if we go up here, Daddy, we can walk in the shadow all the way up this wall. Okay, so Nero done outthunk me. Well done, boy. Clever boy. Now I can walk in the shade, and he can walk in the shade. That's a glorious arrangement. So, check back here soon for more. Most importantly, though, happy walking with Nero Puppy. And if you guys want to watch Polo Fluke, I will link it below. But the chances are this vlog's only going to go up after Polo Fluke. So, nah. You know, that's just too bad. You didn't miss that much. There were some really good games, sure. But the quality of the stream is probably not what you guys are used to. I will link it, however. I will link it and I'll upload this on the second line. So it'll go up as fast as it can. You might be joining halfway through Polo Fluke. So check it out. I excuse the quality, excuse the terrible shoutcasting because I'm not good at shoutcasting solo and I'm even less good at saying things that make sense. So in StarCraft things generally need to make sense and that's terrible for me. That's a shame because I just can't make it happen. But anyway, happy that. Hey boy? No, boy, we're going this way, boy. Happy that.